All right, my fellow DIY, DJI Osmo Mobile owners. All right, so what we have here is we all know that the real cool, useful thing that you can use with the Joby Gorilla is the fact that you can really attach it to anything that you want. So as you see here, I've got this me photo attached to this Joby, but I'd like to be able to attach my Osmo, my DJI Osmo Mobile, to this attachment in order to be able to have the face tracking and use all kinds of other cool stuff. So let's take a look. And there we go. With a quick flip of the switch, we now have the ability to attach our Osmo. You can see right there what I have going on. We're going to take a look at this in terms of how I have it set up or how you can actually do the same thing. Now I got lucky and I found a part in my junk drawer that actually worked. But we're going to take a look at the parts that you need in order to do a very extremely easy hack in order to make it so that your DJI Osmo Mobile can attach to your Joby Gorilla and be able to actually attach this anywhere that you want. All right, so the first thing that we have is we've got our Joby GorillaPod. Now, the little adapter that you can see right here, that when you purchase it, it comes with it, and it's got that little head, this little ball head, which is really nice because you get your rotation right here, so you can move it however you want. You can even put it sideways there once you go into that little gap. But the difficulty is that attachment, once you've used it on a device, you have to unscrew and screw that. So if we take a look down here, so I mentioned I've got the Me Photo, and the Me Photo is really nice for being able to attach your camera directly. You can wedge your camera within here, and then it's got its own little ball joint right back there, which allows you all kinds of movement. Now, I do not like to take this off of this little device at the bottom, the little clip pad. So what I did is I purchased another one, which we can see right there, and that was only $5. So what I did is I saw a video where somebody had actually purchased the whole bolt assembly and then ground down the end of this. You'll probably find that on YouTube as well. But instead, I wanted to use the same part that existed and simply wanted to attach this. So that's what I ended up with right there. And this end is what screws obviously into the DJI, which I have in my hand right now as I'm recording this. But I actually got lucky. So let's take a look at the parts that I purchased, because what I have there is a nylon lock washer, but then I have that one piece that's right in the middle there that you see. That's where I got lucky. But prior to finding that in my junk drawer, what I actually ended up using was, first off, you're going to need something that extends things out, and that is the bolt right there. So the bolt, you're going to need at least that. And you can see right there that it is a 1/4 inch 20 thread count, and I got a 3 inch. If you wanted one smaller, you could probably go with the 2 inch, but I suggest the 3. Now, the next thing that I bought were these two items right here, these coupling nuts. Now, the coupling nuts are really pretty cool because what they allow you to do is you go through on both sides. So when it comes to your attachment, you attach to the little nub, obviously right there, and then you put the bolt through that, and then you're going to need something that'll lock it down. And that's where I actually chose the lock washer right there. You could use a wing nut, but I instead wanted to use the lock washer, knowing that this is permanently going to be fixed and not something I'm going to be removing. Now, my total cost for parts here, obviously I paid for these, which I could take back just because of my lucky find. But if you don't have a lucky find like I do, then you're going to need to use these coupling nuts. I also purchased those 1/4 20 thread count wing nuts. And I got 3 of them, and I only needed 1, of course. And then also, again at Lowe's, a 1/4 20 threads 6 count of the nylon insert lock nuts. Now, I only needed 1 for these, so obviously I overspent on my project here in terms of a DIY. But it turns out that this works great. I can put the end in to the DJI Osmo Mobile, that is, and I just tighten the wing nut down a little bit, and I have got a perfect fit. The nylon lock washer or lock nut, that keeps it all nice and tidy. And here was my lucky find. So sorry about this, not trying to make you jealous or anything, but for some reason I had this in my junk drawer that came from something. It happened to be a 20 thread count, and this manufactured piece right there, which almost looks like a washer and a stem combined, that just worked out perfectly. And so that's what I was able to build right there. But again, no sweat to you. If you don't have that solution, you're just going to get 2 of these coupling nuts, the 1/4 20 thread count. Put that together, you're going to be able to attach this, and then of course, you just basically go to your Joby, lock in, your Osmo's on the end of that, and you're good to go. You can clamp this sucker anywhere, and you are recording.